And we are back on the pod. So welcome back and we are on episode 20. 20 na ba? Let's check kung episode 20 nga. Episode 20. Yes, episode 20. We made it to episode 20. Ako rin di makapaniwala but anyway, episode 20 I was supposed to talk about in continuation of the last episode about perfect fit sa team and all, but there was a crazy trade this morning and whew, grabe. So, i-relate na lang natin kung ma-relate natin yung perfect fit. Pero for today, we're gonna talk about the Mavs and Lakers trade, Luka and AD. Grabe, hindi ko nagulat ako. So what happened was, I was driving, I was in EDSA. And then, nag-alert si Shams, naka ano siya, yung naka-notif on siya sa akin eh. When I saw the tweet, sabi ko, Lakers ID, when I pressed the link or parang nagpa-pop up sa pop out dito sa phone, pagpindot ko nawala. So sabi ko, tama ba pagkabasa ko? Bakit dinilit? Nawala. Tapos, for a second, I checked talaga, akala ko April Fools. Sabi ko, April Fools ba? Parang yan. Kasi usually those trades, pang April Fools lang eh. Hindi ka maniniwala. So I thought it was April Fools, na-hack si Shams, because that trade was crazy. That trade was crazy talaga. I can't believe na they pulled it out, pulled it off. Walang kahit ano, then boom, biglang gano'n na lang, di ba? I heard that the players and coaches were blindsided. Luka, the big names involved, LeBron, AD, even the coaches now were blindsided by it. So, gusto ko lang siya pag-usapan now. Early, I don't know how to feel because I thought Lakers were playing really well recently. Yes, they had that loss sa Clippers ba yun? Yung tambak sila. Or was that Pistons? Pero they have been playing well. They won earlier without AD sa New York. LeBron was a monster. Natabo na ng trade na to yung ganda ng laro ni LeBron kanina in MSG. Triple-double, 30 plus points. Triple-double for LeBron again. So at age 40, grabe. Pero that's not the topic now. Let's stick to Luka and AD. So, when I saw it, di ako mapakali talaga. The groups, sunod-sunod sa groups. Talagang biglang pumuputok na yung groups, iba-ibang groups, iba-ibang post. Then, I saw people if Shams got hacked. I was waiting na he was just got hacked. Kasi, for the longest time, I heard some analysts, which I agree, there are a few people that are parang untradeable, untouchable as of start of the season, which was Wemby, Giannis, and Luka. And then I think they also said, of course, LeBron. They said Ganren parang untradeable. So those four. I think there was one more guy na they said, but I think they had five guys na they unanimous or parang malaking chance na hindi talaga material, which I agree to their statement na parang it will never happen. And then I read some articles, they were saying na it was the Mavs who really wanted to like approached LA or called LA about this trade. Nagulat ako na Mavs pa yung nag-initiate ng trade. Because Luka, FYI, is younger than Austin Reeves. I can't believe it also. Lucas 25, Austin Reeves is 26, and Lucas maybe a decade, 10 more years if he really takes care of his body, which I'll go back to later. So my take on this is yung sinabi kasi nung GM si Nico Harris ba? Ng Dallas was you need to play defense if you want to defense with championship, that line yung ginamit niya. And um Somewhat it's true, and I kind of believe it is. Dahil we saw also Luka, like there's like compilation of Luka or videos ni Luka na slacking off on defense talaga. And totoo yun. Pero Luka's a generational talent. Kaya ang hirap eh. There are things na you could just let it slip in defense when you have a talent like Luka. Yes, I know the best players still play defense, pero Lucas is 25. Di ba? I think 80 is 31, pero Lucas is 25 and you can squeeze out something more after playing like this na si Luka. Parang we know that he has the capability of squeezing out something more than what he produced. Um, I'm still out of words somewhat kasi talagang this might be the craziest trade that happened maybe in since I don't know, since I started watching NBA. Then David Stern comes in for a veto. De joke lang. I remember before din Vinito ni David Stern yung Chris Paul trade eh. Biggest what if as a Laker fan. So anyway, the Luka Doncic trade, I think for me is a win now for Mavs. I like the lineup of Mavs with AD, Kyrie, and the supporting cast. Nakakatawa is yung ang daming news with AD now kasi like a few weeks ago, I think Shams asked him if he was satisfied with the roster, and AD said they need a center. And then now he was traded to American Airlines Center. May center na daw. May mga joke, tapos yung next is they have Gafford there, another center he was looking for. So they gave AD Rowe the center he needed by trading him. So it's crazy, it's crazy. And more opportunity sa Lakers now, more support opportunity kay Jackson Hayes, maybe with Kaloko, even yung si DFS and Vanderbilt might play the big more. So I don't know what's gonna happen, or are the Lakers is not done yet, but they might get more players big now without AD. So yeah, yun, I think, excuse me, I think the Mavs are win now. I like their lineup: Clay, Kyrie, AD, although they're on the older side, pero they're on a win now mode. For the Lakers, I think it's getting ready for the future. The post LeBron Laker era. Lakers big market team. Then you get a super or a mega star in Luca. How many jerseys are gonna be sold? People are gonna go to LA to watch Luka. I remember when Luka was here during the World Cup, grabe, pinagaguluhan si Luka. Nakalimutan yung Team USA when Luka came here. Kasi remember, Slovenia came in after the Japan leg. So they came in quarterfinals and everyone, at first, like US, everyone wanted to watch the USA. When Luka came here, nakalimutan USA. Everyone was going Luka, Luka, Luka. So it's good for LA that they found a generational talent, a super or a megastar in Luka Doncic. I think they're future ready, future proof na sila. Though I thought they could have had a good run this year. They have been playing well in the recent weeks. Parang they're picking up with Vanderbilt, Vando, back on the lineup. Parang si DFS getting used to playing with them. Gabe Vincent playing well. Shocking. I think this is really shocking for as a Laker fan and also as a NBA fan because Luka was who would have thought, di ba? If Luka is tradable, then everyone is tradable right now. Parang ganun yung nangyayari. So, it's really nakakagulat. Um, so I think that was the point of the Mavs and the Lakers na I think the Lakers was getting ready for the future. LeBron also mentioned not a lot of time left. He's ready to. I think this will maybe get him faster to retire. No, last AD kasi I think LeBron's just wanting to win championships, and I don't know how they will fit together. Though they're both good, so they will find a way. But remember, Kyrie and Luka also struggled at first when Kyrie was traded to the Mavs. Um, so ang hirap talaga. Um, also Mavs were saying that Luka was um parang out of shape parate, injury prone. They were worried about him doing that. So, or they were worried na it would be a trend for Luka. So parang mapapaisip ka talaga on what happened and how it happened. It was in the shadows, talagang no one knew about it. Tapos bilang boom. Pero anyway, one thing lang na I heard kanina or someone was explaining, everyone thought Luka was this star na untouchable. But the one team that knows Luka very well was the Mavs. And this might be a hot take. And they were saying that if they traded Luka, they might know something about Luka that not all the team that we don't know. Kaya nila trade si Luka. Because it's weird that you will really trade Luka at age 25. Is it his work ethic? Is it his yung weight niya? Is discipline? I don't know. My point rin siya na Mavs know well. That's why they also traded Luka. So either good or bad, they know well how or who Luka is really. Di ba? So also the Mark Cuban narrative was brought up by my friends. And remember, Mark Cuban sold a lot of his stakes Mavs, so I think he doesn't have a lot of say anymore about the players or the player movement since minority na lang siya, not the biggest owner already of Mavs, maliit na lang yung hawak. So, speaking of perfect fit, I'm not sure how. I think AD will fit perfectly sa Mavs. He's gonna play the four with the centers of Mavs. I forgot Blake Lively, Derek Lively, Blake Lively naman. And then I think they still have Gafford, so those two are gonna play the five. AD is gonna play the four. Clay is the three. Kyrie. They have guards, good guards, also young guards. Also, they have Dinwiddie. So, okay yung lineup ng Mavs. For the Lakers, I don't know. I don't know how this will work out with LeBron, ball dominant guy, and Luka, another ball dominant guy. Who's gonna take a back seat? Maybe LeBron. Also, is Luka gonna be healthy throughout the season? Um, well, his pace naman is medyo mabagal, so kaya niya. Will this give him another a motive? Will this be a motivation for Luka to to put his game a notch higher kahit nandun na siya sa taas? A lot of questions. Will this trade, we know LeBron is very close to AD, will make LeBron decide faster na he will retire? We don't know. Time will tell. Pero I'm excited to see both teams play na kompleto. I know Lucas still injured. He's gonna be back Feb 8, I think. AD is gonna be evaluated in 5 days after his abdominal strain. So, and also remember, I think Luka played with DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith in Dallas. What I'm just thinking is bagay si Vando and DFS with Lucas, it's they play super hard defense, so to cover up yung mga lapses sa defense, maybe, di ba? But also, LeBron sometimes slacks off sa defense. We've seen it when he rests a little, though when he locks in, grabe. I haven't seen Luka really locks in on defense. Pero when he scores, He really scores. Also, Austin Reeves kinda also plays like that. Heavy on the ball, yung mga pag nagpipick and roll. Now they have Luka, so I don't know really. Parang Luka's not a perfect fit sa Lakers right now. Maybe when LeBron leaves, definitely that's his team already. For AD, I think he's a perfect fit sa Mavs, but they have to win now. They're not getting any younger with Clay, with Kyrie and AD. Those three missed a lot of time, while Kyrie and Clay, AD also every now and then misses time. So I hope actually Mavs go far with this trade. With I see AD and Kyrie, I think working well naman. Clay, spot shooter. So let's see. Let's see what happens the next few days or the next few weeks. All-Star break is coming up as well. So sa mga LeBron, Luka, AD, Kyrie, Clay fans, Lakers and Mavs fans, I see Mavs fans really, really sad. Super galit sa manager, sa GM. That's how it is. Loyalty. Remember, this is a business. So as players, also you have to be wise. But also these players are getting paid big. So you just have to be a professional. Lalaki ng kita niyan, millions and hundreds and millions. So wala, you just have to play and be ready and not bad also for Luka. For me, last point, if you're Luka, you're in LA, big market, take advantage of it. Build a brand, build a company that like LeBron na could take care of you after you play while you're young. Start investing on and find ways while you're in the big market. I don't know what it is, but like how LeBron built his empire outside basketball as well. So that could help Luka as well. And I hope when Luka comes back, he's in shape, he's healthy, he's 100%. I want to see Luka and LeBron. Yes, I don't know how it will fit, pero let's see, let's see. And for the Mavs as well, Kyrie and AD, with Clay, also exciting. So that's about it. Naibang topic ko today, but worth it. Talagang medyo mind-boggled karamihan today. Maybe the most surprising trade of the century. The Luka, and it happened mid-season, di ba? Or like during the season, where no one even hinted of those two even getting traded to anyone. So that's about it for episode 20. Peace out.